So the kind of the lineage of Zencoder has really been focused on helping developers solve challenging media processing items in the cloud. And so our first kind of product line was really focused around solving that for VOD, so achieving the speed and scale that the cloud offers for file-based transcoding. And now we're kind of expanding on the VOD capabilities, but also adding basically a new product line to those capabilities with live cloud transcoding for live video. So on the going back to the VOD side of things, we're instituting some new capabilities that allow publishers to transcode and publish video within a matter of seconds, regardless of the length of the video. So for time-sensitive content like news or sports or political content here coming up into the election, people would be able to transcode and publish that video almost instantaneously. And then on the live side, we are enabling content providers to publish live streams to the cloud where a single stream can be transcoded into multiple bit rates and formats for delivery to multiple screens. There are ways to accomplish video transcoding into multiple streams and formats at this time, but one of the hurdles that any live content provider can run into are issues with bandwidth bottlenecks at the point of publishing streams for playback. And just scalability problems. So if you have a live event, that might require you to buy a couple of on-premise devices. If you want to do multiple camera angles, all of a sudden you're talking about kind of adding additional software or hardware encoders and additional complexity to kind of your overall workflow. What we wanted to do with live is significantly simplify that process. Now a publisher only needs to publish one RTMP stream to the cloud where all of the actual transcoding into multiple bit rates and formats is done. So what you're able to achieve there is that you don't have to be quite as wary of bandwidth bottlenecks. So if you're at an event like IBC where there might be limited bandwidth out of the venue, publishing only one RTMP stream as opposed to the entire array of streams allows you to avoid some of the pitfalls of bandwidth bottlenecks there. Additionally, on the scale side, if you're able to publish multiple streams up to the cloud with ease. So you don't have to, there's no additive complexity with additional boxes or anything on top of what you're currently encoding to achieve that scale. On the output side, you're able to transcode into a vast array of formats and bit rates, again, with no additive hardware or software on the processing side. On the one hand, yeah, you have kind of the existing bevy of live events and programming that's out there. Anything from kind of event-based discrete events to linear channels that you mentioned. And though the premium event-based programming is certainly on the rise, as is the desire for cable companies or broadcasters to broadcast linearly. Where we also see a lot of demand, though, is in kind of latent demand for this type of technology. On the VOD side, by enabling any developer to have these powerful transcoding capabilities in the cloud, we really saw a whole kind of new online video offerings spring up just by virtue of having these capabilities and having no capital outlay necessary from the get-go to harness and launch video applications. So we're anxiously awaiting kind of what creative developers are going to do with this technology when they have really cool, powerful, multi-screen live transcoding capabilities at their fingertips. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of innovation in this space. I think that especially coming from a broadcast feed, there's always going to be a kind of a space for the boxes. I mean, what we're doing now in the cloud is technically transcoding. So we're not ingesting a raw broadcast feed and in compressing and encoding it right now. So if you're a broadcaster, you still need to take it down from satellite or baseband and transcode or encode that stream. What we're ingesting is RTMP at this point, and so it does need to go through kind of an initial encoding phase before it can be sent up to the cloud. Now, where we are easing complexity is at the broadcast end, or wherever that initial encoding is done, all you have to spit out is one encoded stream into RTMP. So again, you kind of alleviate some of those bandwidth concerns, and you don't need quite as much horsepower and hardware on the broadcast side to achieve the end goal, which is producing live streams for multiple devices.